What's wrong with your beak?
It just got itchy.
Just
I
as you
think
went
because
live.
because we're on time.
Is it like when you carry a box and as soon as you pick the box up and you get 3 steps in, your nose gets itchy?
Well, hopefully everything's working.
Yeah. Someone will let us know if it's not. That's if someone comes on. It could just be us talking to each other all for the next, whatever.
Yes. Hopefully we've got everything right.
Yeah. We'll be sitting here in half an hour going, no one got on there, and we're going, I wonder where Carol and Gay were. Hey.
Hey. All clear. Thank you. How's the weather down in Tasmania? Because it's been raining here in Queensland still.
We had 20 mil yesterday.
Yeah. All of an evening.
Thought we'd hire a boat.
So one's lagging, one's that.
Hey. Which one's the actual?
This one. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yes, that's the one.
Don't look at this one.
No.
Not too bad. Only 3. At least wear shorts and t-shirts.
All right. Hopefully some more people will jump on. We're hoping.
Yeah, definitely. If not, it's the 3 of us.
That's what he was used to in the tent.
There was, oh yeah, because he had his
Howdy, Mark.
He had his pineapple, upside down pineapple. I thought that was for fruit salad. How I got that wrong when I turned up to that tent with the pineapple and knocked on asking for fruit salad in a bowl. I took my cream and everything.
Did you have your basket?
I didn't have you with me.
All right. How's the caravan?
Caravan's going great. Yes. A few little hiccups, but overall I think it's going all right.
What's been the hiccups?
What people can't see. We got a little bit of a patch. We didn't notice. Anyway, all is fine.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's good because we don't always have to put the roof up. If you hear noises, we're in a caravan park, just so you know. We'll just let you know. And if you hear a really loud noise, like an aeroplane going over, it's because we're in a caravan park that feels like it's on the airport landing strip. Gay's going to put some photos up.
Am I?
Oh, no. Well, maybe. Not photos, videos, but maybe, because you videoed them. I had to download the flight tracker app so she could do it. All good.
All good?
All good.
All good. Evening, Bruce. How's the weather out where everybody is? Because it's been bloody windy here. We've had rains and winds. And
it's nice though. We've had shorts and t-shirts on, and that was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're still on the Gold Coast. We're on the Gold Coast until we can't wait to get out of here, to be honest. It's been, what has it been?
Feels 4 like weeks.
Months. It feels like months. We've been 4 weeks-ish on the road, and part of that was obviously the Legends for Charity camping.
That was a bit of a highlight.
It was a massive highlight.
Like I'll be honest, I wasn't looking forward to it because I'm not good in large groups, which is why I disappear overnight and leave the wonky one to socialise. But it was really good. I think it was really well organised. It was nice to put faces to names, names to faces, faces to names.
Yes.
But no, we loved it. It was really good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the Victorian one.
I thought the boys did a fantastic
job. So do I. And I think their timing, like their
Yeah.
schedules and everything was really, really good in as much as they ran on time. So, yeah.
It feels like the same that we've had up here. We've probably had since we left the Legends for Charity. So it's been just over, a week and a half. And we've probably been through...
We've had over 100 mil of rain. If you want to break a drought, get us to come to your town.
It's been quite the wet. We were camped up in Warwick for a few days because it was raining, and then we had to camp up at Stanthorpe for a few days because it was raining. Yeah, or then
we got to the Gold Coast and it rained.
Some more. So yeah, we've had quite the amount of rain. It's been a bit frustrating and terrible winds. We drove.
No, yeah, Gay doesn't like wind.
No,
But no,
winds.
you're right. Gay decided we'd go to Nimbin. We stayed in, why is it like Kyogle?
Oh my goodness.
So we stayed there, and we were a bit. It
In the
was a
showground.
showgrounds, but it was a bit. We've got a problem.
Toby's going somewhere.
Toby's decided he's up and off.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand lives, clearly. I'm going to have to go. I'll be back. Gail, just amuse you all.
For some reason, Toby was sleeping up there, and now he's decided that he wants to go outside. So
it's an hour before walkie time.
Yeah. Anyway, what is it? Don't work with children and animals.
I'm the child. Back in a minute, everybody.
So we left. Where did we leave from? Tenterfield. We left Tenterfield, and it was really, really, really windy. Like, just horribly windy, and we couldn't find anywhere to stay. We pulled into one place, and the guy, it was at a race course, and the guy goes, "Oh, I don't think it's a good idea that you stay here. There's some crazy bloke running around with a crowbar." And that was just like, "Oh, we're not going to be staying there then." So yeah, Carol did well. She had to reverse back up the track a bit, and then yeah, we took off. And I think where we ended up wasn't the best of places, but it wasn't the worst of places either. It was at a showground that seemed to have a lot of permanent people living there. So it was all right. In fact, we were on the train line, which was great because, like, during the night, well, I don't mind a train or two, but we had, I think, 3 trains go through during the night, and it was, yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. So, but I think that at the moment they're saying that there's like really unusual high lot of winds throughout the whole of Australia. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I hope it stops because I'm playing pickleball, and if anybody's played pickleball, if anybody has played pickleball in the winds, it's horrendous. It's really, really hard. Either you seem to have hitting into the wind, you know, hitting with the wind. It's really difficult. So on the weekend, I'm hoping that there's not too many winds. And then by the time that we come to leave on Monday, hopefully there's no winds. Yeah. Oh, you're back.
Up you go.
Hello, Mrs. G.
So, and then there were 3.
Oh, no, we've got to move over. Okay, you sit there.
Sit down, mate.
You have to sit over.
He's not being defiant at all.
Come on, Toby, move over. Yeah, there you go.
Hey. Glasses.
Hey.
Did you tell him I was famous in Tenterfield?
Oh, no, you can tell the story.
So I was sitting outside, what was it called? The Saddler.
Yeah, the Saddler. We didn't know of it much.
And that, anyway, need to have a lick. Not me, him. That would be wrong for a lot of reasons. That's you. What's the other show?
Oh, he's managed to fit.
Fans, only fans.
Only
anyway,
fans.
Yeah, so I was sitting outside. Gay went off to an op shop, which is unusual. Anyway, and I was sitting outside the Saddler, and I had on a flannelette shirt, and because I'm such a feminine-looking person, and I had my hat on, my new hat, which I can show you, everybody, if you didn't take notice of it at the thing.
Did you get that in Ellery?
I did. I got that at El Cabello. Gee, they were good. Could have spent a fortune there, a bit wonky. Anyway, so I bought my hat, and I was sitting there in a flannelette shirt, work pants, and work boots. So they all thought that I was hired to sit there with the dog for the day. So every time they'd come and take a photo of it, I'd be like, "Do you want me to move?" And they're like, "No, stay." And then someone asked me if I was paid. So, yeah. Anywho.
You were in everyone's photos.
Yes. Yeah, famous.
Famous again.
Not again, really.
Yes, pickleball.
Hide the pickle. Oh, that's a different game. I like that game, though. I think that's a funnier game. That's gold.
I'm playing with, you sort of, how it works is I'm playing in doubles, and you just sort of have a random partner. Either you can join with a partner, but because I'm from obviously down south and I don't know anyone up here, I'm playing with some random chick.
You know me though, technically.
Yeah, but you're not playing.
No.
So anyway, I think I upset my partner already. So that's going well. That is not
You'll be fine. It's all
Yeah.
about Pickleball's going to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Excuse my hair.
Who's
It's
the winner?
feral.
Pickleball.
Pickleball's the winner.
Yeah.
And Gay's just going to enjoy the experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though
So-
we've been on the Gold Coast because, you know.
Yes, yes. Hi, Robin. I'm hoping Terry's around somewhere too.
Hey, Robin.
Oh, it's a cute little picture.
It is.
Yeah.
Let us just talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, so we've had quite the experience since we probably left the Legends for Charity. Yeah.
Yeah, we have. It's been good.
We're a little bit over showgrounds, to be honest. We'd like to get to a free camp. I think we've got a couple lined up, hopefully, for next week.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting back to being able to just, you know, because even when we got to Stanthorpe, I think the first night we had the rains and we were a bit like, oh, can we have a fire or not? So we quite like a fire.
Yeah, we haven't had one now for a few days.
Have a fire, happier Gay, trust me. So Gay doesn't like, she gets a bit, you don't like the wind, which is fine. I get it. But Gay really doesn't like the wind. So you went off to Pickleball this morning. Toby and I did a bit of admin here. And then when we picked you up, we were going to go down the beach for a swim. We want to get him in for a swim. It was just too windy. And we're limited to on where we can go. So, yeah.
Oh,
It's all
Terry's
good.
in. Terry's in now.
Hey, Terry. We are well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, we are. We are. Ah, where is it?
Where's what? Pickleball sounds political, like radio talk.
It kind of,
yeah.
it kind of is. Yeah, I don't know. Clicky.
I was going to say incestuous. I've always said
Clicky.
Yeah.
It's snobby. It's.
Gay loves it. You can see why I don't play. It's quite. I reckon there's a fine line between people like myself who play just for hit and giggle, literally
Social,
and then there's the people who want to play serious
for sheep stations.
So, and that's fine. But that's just Gay's probably more competitive than me and things like that. You are. I was a better cricketer. We all know that. We don't have to go down there. But I think, yeah, I think it can be very political. Because I think it's almost like a sport of social hierarchy.
Yes. I was going to say it's probably a sport that, yes, it is.
Yeah,
people with
right or wrong.
Yeah, people with a lot of money and a lot of time against people who work and got less money. Yeah, it really is.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's not it's a good sport. I love it. It's as I say, for a hit and giggle and a little bit of fitness, and because I'm not, getting any younger.
And you meet some real weirdos out there.
You do.
Sport. You really do.
You don't have to go out
political correctness,
yeah.
But you do meet some absolute weirdos. And because it's a sport that basically everybody can play, like we said, from kids to, I think there's guys that play that are like guys in their 90s even.
Yeah.
We don't run much, and we
look like runners. You see us running, run, because something's chasing us, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so that's enough of pickleball anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'll either be a sad Gay or happy Gay after the weekend. So
no, it'll be a happy Gay.
Yeah. Pickleball's a winner.
That's right. But it's all part of the experience. That's what I've been trying to drum into it.
Yeah. And then the weather's starting to warm up too, so we're a bit like trying to work out where we're going to go.
Yeah.
When we leave.
We were originally going to head up north, weren't we? And now we're a bit like, can we do 35 degrees? And
yeah. But the nights are cool, so that's the main thing. That's a good thing.
Where's Surat? Sorry, but I read Terry's comment. Can you put it up?
Where is it? Surat.
Queensland.
Do you want me to?
Oh, there you go. Mark's asked a question you'd like. You better put that one up so everybody.
I'll show you, but
Oh no, don't show them. We're a happy team at Hawthorn. Yeah.
They've got holes in them.
Hey, Freddie.
Yeah. Hey, where are you at now, Freddie? Hey, is it warm where you are? Because I think the weather's starting to heat up quite a bit. Oh, not far from Roma. Oh yeah, we're going to head towards Roma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that in a paid place or a free place?
Hawks. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be reading it from there. I'm going to get in trouble now. Freddie Boots is Melbourne. That's right. He did say that. And I thought we weren't going to talk to him again.
No, we're not. No. No, it's like, oh, well. Yeah, Melbourne.
One of the things we have discussed with the legends was meeting some, like, I always say the camping community is really, really good, just in general. But I think meeting everyone there was just so
I'm
many
just having
nice
a drink
people.
out of
Guys
my
have
Nescafe.
Nescafe. Shh. Hey, careful you don't knock the Apple Mac. Oh, is that a Samsung?
Fisherman's Park. Okay.
All right, we'll take notice of that one. Don't you worry.
Write that down.
Yeah, cool. Gay's got her pen and paper. Just like the little secretary.
Yeah, because I'd like to be able to make some damper. See if I can make it even better.
You've made it once since.
Yes, I did.
She
With
made
banoffee.
a banoffee one. It was nice. We hoovered that sucker up.
Yeah.
So we're quite good at eating.
A nice banoffee damper.
Mm.
Yes, but I'd like to be able to trial out a bacon and cheese and a couple of others. So we've been researching and...
Yeah, Gay wants to try all the savoury ones. I'm more in sweet. You have to excuse me, my necklace is giving me the irrits. Yeah, Gay's more... I prefer the sweet damper.
So do I, though.
Oh, yeah, I know you hoover it up. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we went out for lunch today, just random, to a place called Chuffers.
Yeah, it doesn't... Nothing like
Not what you think. And it's a smokehouse and seafood. Again, bit different. Anywho, it's one of the best chicken wings I've ever had as a recommendation. And we could take Toby. But there was something in all of that. Oh, Gay wanted to order key lime pie, and they had none. So...
It was very American. It was probably one of the better places that we've eaten at. Like we're a wee bit critical. We went down to Byron Bay and
I thought that we went to the Beach House pub and it was
the beach. Everybody knows. I think it's really, really popular. The beach hotel on the beach in Byron Bay, and we thought the food was a bit crappy, a lot crappy. Yeah, so the Queen of Dampers. That's right, Terry.
I married the Queen of Damper.
Carol's, I think, bringing out merch.
Yeah, I'm not bringing it. I married the Queen of Pickleball. I don't think. I'm just putting it out. And it's not her fault. It's her partner's fault. Talking of politics.
Oh, Maryborough. Oh, okay. After Bundaberg tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it'd be nice. Have you had much rain, Freddie? Be nice to know if you had much rain. Yeah.
After Bundaberg. We talked about going to Bundaberg.
Yeah, we think it might be a bit too hot.
If you can hear snoring, it's Toby.
We haven't had a plane go over yet. It's been highly disappointing.
I could get my app out, but it's on my Samsung phone that we're recording on. And did I mention Samsung? It's on a Joby stand. Anyway, I can't because, I'd get in trouble, trust me. So.
Yes.
Anywho, I'll tell you a little, because we're on the food subject. We got bacon and maple sausages, and I'm a traditional sausage person. I just have it straight out of the butcher's, just beef snags, stock standard barbecue. Anywho, they were good, weren't they? We got them in Warwick. I recommend it. Was W. Carey Butchers. If you go to Warwick, get the bacon and maple, and their brown rice salad's pretty good too.
Yeah.
So
those
chunky
bacon and bagel. That's a new one.
Yeah, that's they could just go bagel sausages. Everyone would go, that must be bacon, and you couldn't taste the bacon, but the maple,
the maple was
really good.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mark, if you want to know about dampers, there is a video on that, by the way. But yeah, we might have to organise. I don't know if any of the boys, how Ed and Nass are going with researching for places to go and see. But I'm tipping that they might be organising a few little trips to go out and test out some places. Might have to make some dampers while we're out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Gay set me up with the damper too, just so everyone knows, because I didn't cook a damper at all. I don't cook damper. I've tried it once in the whole time we've been together. Gay didn't like it because it was too beery, ironically. So, and yes, Gay does get her tips from King Brown, Mrs. G. Never had maple unsavoury food. Yeah, I tell you what, it goes all right.
Yeah,
As I say, I'm
yeah.
very with sausages, especially. I'm like, I just stock
Snob.
standard. Yeah, I am a bit of a snob.
Yeah.
Just give me barbecue, and I reckon to tell a good butcher's almost is by their snags.
Yeah.
So we've had, I bought a T-bone the other day up at the Tweeder, the butcher's in there, because we try and buy from butchers as opposed to supermarkets. And I came back and I carried it on my own. It was $30, but wasn't it big?
Yes.
It was a huge. So
But
it's
it
the biggest.
serves us a couple of meals.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a few meals in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was massive.
Yeah.
Maple damper. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. Maple damper was one of the things I was going to have a crack
You
at.
could do maple and bacon damper.
Yeah. Bilson's, well, it's where I get most of the flavours from. So Bilson's did have last year, the year before, they did have for April Fool's Day, they had a maple and bacon.
Maple and drink, yeah.
Yeah, a drink. And I reckon that would have gone all right in damper. And then pour your maple syrup over it as well. And a little bit of, cream. And yeah, it would have been to die for, I reckon. Yeah. Always.
Skippy.
Always. I'll start doing, what's her name?
Like a meerkat now.
No, what's her name? Ray gun. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you call it? What was I going to say? The maple would definitely be all right, I reckon, in the damper.
Yeah, I reckon you give it a crack. Maybe try cooking with the maple through it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
maybe we'll get the Canadian maple.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, King Brown, yes, he's very good at what he does, and people say that, like, everyone goes, oh, it's easy to make a damper and things like that, but I think if you watched Mel at the cooking, which we're not going to go on and on about how we didn't get any chocolate cake.
I could.
2 hours we waited, but anyway.
I look like I needed chocolate cake too, and I didn't see it coming.
Anyway, you can use self-raising flour and you can use plain flour for damper, but it's also in the temperature of your oven. It's in, technically, if you're doing a stock standard damper, it's in the ingredients that you use. A real damper is supposed to be one where you make it with your chuck it just straight in your
what happened then?
We went. It's the
plane. Do you think the plane?
Yeah. Anyway, the damper gets thrown on coals, straight on top of coals on the fire, so it comes out like it's all black, and that's what actually real damper should look like. Not made in well, you can obviously make them in pots, but yeah, that's how it goes. We look nice and cozy in our caravan.
Yeah. Freddie said that, yeah. And then Terry asked how's it's going.
Yeah, everything's going pretty well. We've got a couple of little things to fix.
Mainly, I don't think there's a lot. I think we've done well.
Yeah, there's a flickering light.
That's been flickering since we got it.
We keep saying it's when a plane goes over, but it just flickers. And
flickers even when we're not in a plane flight.
It's light, which is good.
Towing it's great because, as Gay said, like the other day, she decided we go pop into Nimbin on the windiest road one of the windiest roads.
You can't not go to Nimbin and not have someone come up to you and go, "Do you want some of this?" And then Carol's like, "What?"
Well, I didn't get.
She didn't get asked.
I had the dog.
I'm like, "How do you not get asked?"
Because I look like a responsible adult, and clearly you look shifty as. Anyway, that's why when I go anyway.
It was a quick visit.
Yeah, so we went to Nimbin, but it was a really, really windy day.
Yeah.
And it tows really well, so we're pretty chuffed with that. So I
think
did end up getting offered smoke. Well, they were still talking to you, let's be honest.
They asked me, yeah.
I was more impressed they knew that I was a girl. Anyway.
Carol had not been to Nimbin before, and we thought, well, since we're driving through and we had time, we would go and stop in and just have a look at Nimbin.
Plane.
Yeah. Plane coming in. I hold down on there.
Yeah. The lights flicker.
Yeah, so it was interesting. It's always interesting to go to Nimbin, I think, but yeah.
I think we ended up, we
weren't there very long, and the car rally went through. They were all old classic cars went through. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Jeff. Like a big chocolate cake. That bloody chocolate cake.
Oh, I was gutted. I waited and waited and waited.
Oh, it was.
And then they did all the presentations of the check and the money and everything like that. Still waiting, still waiting. I was gutted.
Yeah. It's technically what you're supposed to do is just chuck them straight on the coals, but that's what they would have done years and years ago, pre-camp ovens. Icky, eating dirt, it would be like. Nimbin, no.
Oh, yeah. You could do a Nimbin damper.
No.
You'd make a forge. You could make damper up there in Nimbin and it'd sell like hotcakes, literally.
Ah, yeah, because we're indoors.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do have hair.
Yeah.
Got to be sun conscious. We've had that discussion, young Freddie.
Yes. Yeah.
Go to that one, please. Put it up.
Oh.
I'm chuffed, Sherry. I hope you go well. Let us know how you go with it.
Yeah.
I'd be chuffed to see how you go. I haven't used ours much while we've been away.
No.
Been
We
drinking
used it
iced
somewhere.
coffees. Yeah, I made you a coffee. You were dusty one morning. You wanted a coffee. Don't do the frown. You were. It was when we were up at the Legends. I think you've been.
Oh yeah.
What was the name of the fella that you were solving the world's problems with?
I can't remember his name.
Neither can I.
But
Anyway.
we solved them all anyway. Yeah.
So, apparently you just couldn't remember the next day what you were solving.
No.
So, that's awesome with Sherry. I'm chuffed. Can't wait to hear. I like ours.
We do. We use it at home.
I use it
camping.
heaps at home,
Use it
camping. When we're set up, and I don't know why,
I
think we sort of feel like we've had stuff on every morning or whatever, and that's normally when I'll have a coffee. So I probably haven't tended to do it. But once we get back out of
it's going to feel a bit weird when we leave the Gold Coast next week, when we go to free camps. When we go to some free camps, it's going to feel a bit weird because right up until from when we left home till now, we've had a purpose about where we need to be and where we're going. So we hung around afterwards at Warwick after the Legends for Charity. So we hung around there for a bit. And then we went to, what was it? Not Tenterfield, the one before that. But anyway, we went there.
Terrible memory. Wasn't far from Warwick.
While you were away, I told them about the man with the crowbar.
He was harmless. I'm sure he was just saying if anyone needed their so we needed our doors jimmied apart. That's what he was helping for. He's waiting for us to turn up.
No.
We don't have air conditioning, or we do have a portable. No, we don't have any air conditioning. That hence why we're a little bit dubious heading north. But it's not that we found even. I think it's very rare that we've found it too hot for camping or anything. Touch wood. Except for when we're in America.
Yeah,
that
we
was
did
the worst.
66, and that was
It was like 41 degrees at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
it was just too hot.
That was
and we were
night.
in the
one night.
Yeah, it was Stanthorpe. You're right, Brent.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
The Stanthorpe, the showgrounds there, they're really good.
The lady was lovely.
Yeah, really
nice.
Yeah.
And they could do some work. They've got that winery area with the vineyard and that. They could do some work there to be mint.
It seems to be one of the things that's followed us since we left home has been wineries. We don't drink wine.
No. Gay bought herself a new hat.
Yes, I did.
When we were in Stanthorpe.
It's not here.
It's in the car, but it's an Akubra, so she feels like she's gone to the dark side.
Yeah.
But it looks good on her. And apparently they shrink. Live and learn.
Yeah. So I would have thought that they went the other way, expand, but they shrink. So the lady was pretty good there. They've been doing it for a lot of years. So if it's not right, I'm going to just...
Kent Saddlery.
Kent Saddlery. Yeah.
They'd be making a fortune. But we met some nice people. We've met some great people camping in the showgrounds and stuff. We've had a good chat to some people. Not so much in the caravan parks. There's a lot of permanent we've noticed. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it's an indication of the housing and an indication of a lot of things.
Not sure.
But, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
We just thought it was a tourist park, and they're obviously not.
Yeah. Turns out it's anyway.
Hi, Anthony. Where is it?
Now, what's your poison? I drink, Mark. I drink Southern and Coke, but I don't drink much. I do drink, but very little. Gay, Carlton Draft.
Yeah, I'm struggling to get Carlton Draft in Queensland. So in Stubbies.
Yeah, and then when you can get them, you get them in stubbies, and you
Yeah.
prefer cans.
Yeah, but the Great Northern Original is quite nice.
And you've been all right with it.
Yeah, so some beers are not good with all the stuff they put in them and that. So
I went to a
yeah.
brewery yesterday, and you didn't. I think you said they were a bit on the not as nice. The Stone and Wood Brewery we went to
Yeah,
in
but
Byron.
when you go to a brewery, they've got that real brewery
Well, one of them was
taste.
tropical, and
Yeah.
it smelt quite fruity.
Yeah,
Anyway, I accidentally had a swig of Gay's beer while we were away. I'm still a bit scarred. I don't like beer at all. I wish I did, but I don't.
yeah,
Texas.
We did the Panhandle. It's called at Texas. Route 66 goes through the Panhandle. So we only went through a smidge of it, but we stopped by at just after everybody
could be
knows.
about Texas and Queensland.
Well, hopefully not, but I'm talking about Texas and Route 66. The Cadillac Ranch, and then after the Cadillac Ranch, they've got what's the restaurant called?
Steakhouse.
The steakhouse, the big steakhouse.
Texan Steakhouse, I think it's
the Texan Steakhouse, and they have the food challenge there, and you have to eat, one of those massive plates in an hour or something like that. Somebody got up there while we were there, and we left before they had finished. But we asked one of the waitresses, "Do you think he'll finish or not?" And she goes, "No, I think he'll be a puker." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So,
but a woman had the record. Yeah, I think then the top couple were women.
And
they were like this.
Yeah, skinny mini, and they did it in like, I don't know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. Like, it was just like a massive plate.
Yeah, I told you it was Texas, New South Wales. I said Queensland, but yeah, at least I was in the right country. You muppet. We drove past Texas.
We skirted around it.
Hey, Sharon. I'll do this one.
Yeah.
So, Sharon, we haven't been to the theme parks because we have a dog and he doesn't like rides. And they won't let him in. Yeah, he's got no thumbs to grip on. He doesn't get the height thing either. But no, we can't. One of the deals we always said is why we've got the dog, that we don't want to put him into care or anything like that. We've heard a few horror stories and we're a little bit precious with him, which is our choice. If you saw any photos on Insta yesterday, he grazed his beak, didn't he?
Yeah.
Can't show you because he's sleeping down here. But yeah, he gave it a fair nudge. So yeah.
We did the
Movie World and SeaWorld.
Yeah, we did 2 theme parks last year, and they were in the off season, I suppose you call it. So a lot of the rides were down and stuff like that. I don't know, the Green Lantern ride, I think at Movie World.
Every day.
I reckon we've been on it maybe.
Oh, the Green Lantern at Movie World. I reckon we won it. It felt like 30 times.
Yeah.
We went there twice.
It was probably a good.
Twice or 3 times?
Twice.
Yeah.
I think
15 times each day. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
We just kept going around, back on.
Yeah. I think we went. Did we do it 15? I thought it was about 8.
A lot.
Yeah. There was no queues. Yeah. But the only thing that we did do a road trip down to see the big prawn at Bunnings in
Ballina.
That's it.
We feel like we've been to, I don't know, my memory for places has been horrendous. I was talking to my mum this morning and I'm like, oh, we went to and I'm like, I wonder what it was. And then I'm like, Kyogle? No, we drove to Kyogle from there, trying to remember. Plane going over, that's what she's looking at. Yeah, so.
Yeah. It's not easy when you've got a pup that you care about. Yeah.
Gay's just reading a joke. I'll put it up.
No, they said the same about Molly.
Yeah, no, I was reading the joke. Yeah,
think
no.
that there was is there a dog care place on? Oh, I don't know, but we weren't going to bother with it anyway. So I'm just going to go off and play pickleball, and as soon as we're finished, we're
Out of here. We're going to Toowoomba. Why? Why do we want to go to Toowoomba?
It's not flattering at all.
Anyway, so on
Pizza Hut.
But what happens though is random stuff comes up on your Facebook. Now, I can't remember the last time I spoke about Pizza Hut, but anyway, the story came up that there's only 8 dine-in restaurants, I think, left in Australia, and one happens to be in Toowoomba. And we happen to be going to Toowoomba, so when in Toowoomba, go to Pizza Hut and make a pig of yourself, and we're going to.
Dining or you can eat.
Yeah, I think it's about $18. So we're going to give it a crack.
Yeah.
I haven't been there, done that since I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
I reckon 30 years ago.
Mm.
So, yeah.
When we were in another story about America, when we were there, we were traveling through, and if you know, Florida is sort of like Queensland, and and we get to Florida, and we see a KFC, and what do we just went in there to
Get something to eat.
Was it to get something? I think I
Yeah.
might have been Harry hungover, but yeah. So we went in there, but we were the only ones I think that were in there that weren't having the all you can eat deal. So they had like a KFC. They had the
like a Bay Marie all set
all
out,
set
and you
out.
just go and hoover up whatever you want. It was funny. We've never seen it.
Yeah, and then there we are just ordering, 2 pieces of chicken
and some chips. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, that's all we ordered, and everyone's up there hoovering up all their food.
There you go. There's one in Windsor in Tassie. I assume it's in Tassie, maybe not. Windsor. Landy put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine
Windsor, Queensland?
I don't know. Well, there's one in Melbourne. There is. Don't look at me like I'm wrong. It's near Paran.
That's Windsor.
Yeah, but there's not one in Melbourne. Anyway.
Isn't it?
Trump 2024. Amateur hour. Where are we? Something up. Oh, so to answer Terry's question, we didn't go down the range. And it wasn't because everyone put there you go, it's Windsor near Sydney.
Right.
Terry, no one put the wind up me. Because we decided to change the way we were going, because we had time to get to the Gold Coast and we didn't want to get here too early. We ended up going to Stanthorpe. We wanted to go through Tenterfield. We did Stanthorpe. And then we sort of weaved our way through. We still hit
We were just going to go from Tenterfield to Ballina to see the big prawn and then come all the way up. And then our plan sort of changed in a little bit because when we were travelling from Tenterfield, we couldn't find anywhere to stay. And so that's how we ended up at Kyogle. And then from Kyogle, we went to Nimbin. And Nimbin, we went to...
So you should go to Nimbin, and then from Nimbin, you should go to Toowoomba. I'm sure that would go hand in hand.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, then we came to Tweed Heads.
So, but in general, we did have a little bit of steep
we
hills,
still went through the mountain range. I'm assuming that you'd know the mountain range.
It wasn't
the
called
dividing
the dividing range. Yeah.
Between Tenterfield and Casino.
Yeah.
Casino.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It was bloody windy.
No, well, yeah, it was, but we're a bit. I did increase the I tweaked the electric brakes.
Oh yeah.
And everything like that, and definitely made a difference. So I could feel that pulling me back and made me feel a lot better. So, yeah. No, we didn't go through Lismore, Landy. Why didn't we go through Lismore? We went around it.
Because we went to Kyogle and then we went to Nimbin.
Yeah, that's right, because of Nimbin. Bloody Nimbin.
Bloody Nimbin.
An hour and a half trip became 3. And roadworks.
Yeah.
God, we got some roadworks.
A lot around Nimbin. Half the roads were missing.
Yeah.
And then, Google Maps, you can never trust Google Maps because that shoved us on some roads. But
anyway. We've got to get better at that.
Yeah.
Downloaded another app. I haven't had a good look at it yet, but apparently it's meant to help. You can put in the size of the vehicle you're driving and then...
Inland. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we hope to, depending on the weather, not sure that if we'll end up near Broken Hill and then travel down from there, so... Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to head more inland, definitely.
We didn't buy anything in Nimbin, not one thing.
Hi, Fran.
What did I look at? I looked at something.
I was looking at your boobs.
Wasn't that?
I don't know.
It was early in the morning. Like
Yeah, we were there about 10:30. It was
yeah.
early. Yeah.
Half the shops weren't open.
No, they don't get up till at least 11 in Nimbin.
Yeah. They had some closed shops or something, and I think we were going to go in there, but we just sort of scooted on through, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, a bit like me, Terry. He was saying that Robin plans the trips and he's just the driver. Makes life easier. That's him. That's the man you solved all the world's problems with. Stolzhammer. Now, what's your real name, fella? Because every time I speak to Gay and I go, what was the name of the bloke you were drinking with? And she's gone, I don't know, but we were solving all the problems of the world. Ah, funny. No. That we've the biggest we've sort of camped with is Nas and Ed. Really, Nas, Ed, Matt. There was a few from Melbourne. Shep, that's a great name. Yeah, so there was like four or five. There was Nas, Ed, Matt, the kooky guy.
Steve.
Oh, Matt didn't camp. The kooky guy was Steve. Steve, Ed, Nas. Steve
from Australian
4x4 or something.
Yeah, the Australian 4x4, like a different one. Steve Clay. Steve Clay? I don't know.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
He was there, and
his child Toby.
Yeah.
Who our Toby wanted to hump.
Yeah. Is that the biggest?
Yeah, that's for us.
For camping.
For people we know.
But we went.
We've done the bash. That's we
did the
there
bash.
was 9,900 odd other people there. So.
But we did a charity ride in Thailand, so it's a little bit different, but similar, I suppose. So.
That was different because
Well, yeah, it's different because it's not camping.
Well, yeah, because you're staying in hotels and stuff. Yeah. But it was different too because I felt like you saw with the camping you can get away on your own.
Yeah.
I think the campground was really, really well set out for that too by having so many areas and stuff. So you weren't always seeing people. So not that it's a bad thing. It's just if you want to, if you're me, I get a bit, I don't know.
Yeah, when we did the bike ride, it was 60 or 70 people and it was hard to get away from people. You'd ride all day and then you'd see them around the hotel and then,
and a lot of them were business owners. So they were big personalities too.
I mean, and it's a big charity too. It's for when the tsunami came through Thailand and knocked out, a whole heap of homes and kids didn't have anywhere to live, or some of the kids didn't have anywhere to live. So it was for that, and they've raised, millions of dollars for it now. So a phenomenal amount. And even though those kids have grown up now it's turned to helping kids that are growing up in abusive, violent, domestic related.
Some of the stuff that happens over there is just hard to fathom.
Drug families that are drug addicted, and it's just horrible. So, so the money's now helping all those sorts of things,
making them also become independent, so they don't rely on a charity too.
Yeah.
So they put in like fish farms and farming and stuff like that. They do really well.
So so self-sustainable sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that what Bruce is just saying with the camping, they're up the top we were down, we over the ditch.
Yeah, we were over the ditch. Yeah. Or the naughty corner.
So, and I must admit, for the first, that's the first time I've sort of
Thanks, Mark.
Driven the van. Like although I drive trailers and stuff like that at work, it's still intimidating driving a caravan. And then I was worried about, because Gay's always like, oh, it'll be all right. And I was a bit worried about parking up. And then we get there, and I didn't have to worry about parking up. I'd have to worry about getting over the bridge. So
yeah, what did he do? He got out and he goes, now this is how you have to
just drive to the death, then turn. But it was all good. That
was a bit tricky.
Yeah,
you don't want to put your rear wheel in the river.
Yeah.
So
we got that far with the caravan.
Yeah.
Tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. King of the Hill, Bruce. Yeah, that was good, the Legends for Charity. I do hope that Ed and Nas get something out, some information out soon about what they're
Yeah, they'll be under the pump. They've got to
Yeah.
find somewhere, and I think
finding the right
the
spot.
guys did really well to find that.
But I don't think
Goomburra.
that Rob didn't find it until
I don't know.
it was a year in or something, I thought, until he found
Yeah,
it.
I think that's the biggest battle is because you've got so many different people. Because not everyone. I think Jack Turtle said he wouldn't go unless there was like cabins. So, but yeah.
We're not sure which way we're going to come back. It will be inland. We came up the Newell, same as you, on the way up. On the way back, we're not sure.
We'll work it out.
It's where we want to stop at, because we will take our time coming back as well. So if we can end up at, I thought that if we could end up at Broken Hill, see how we go, that would be all right. Yeah, we might sort of go west and then south, see where we go. And I think with a bit of the rains, as we're still hoping to hit some of the artesian spas.
Yeah.
So we went to the one in Moree, and that was very nice, very
Loved
nice, and cheap, because we're used to ones that are
down the peninsula.
5 times the
and
price.
You don't get accommodation with them.
Yeah. So hoping to hit a few more of the artesian spas. See how we go. I don't know that we'll have time. We went to Yower last time that we travelled up. Time before we travelled up, and we really enjoyed that. I'm not sure that we'll have time to get out to Yower this time, so we'll have to see how we go.
Yeah. We did talk about doing Cameron's Corner, but I think again we just might fall short on that.
Yeah. We'll just see how we go. We're hanging just to get somewhere for 3 or 4 days and make some damper and put the spit on and
just have a bit of chill time.
Yeah. So do a bit of cooking and see how we go. Yeah.
Just to be and give Toby a bit of free run. He's been in caravan parks and tied up and stuff like that. So
yeah. And then planes going over. Yeah. Yeah,
they're right. When they're talking about the weather down in Melbourne, I think they're looking at having it just after Easter.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weather, it's especially the high country down in Melbourne, it can change on a dime, literally. So
I think that we went to, at the bottom of Mount Buller in the high country, we went to a place, we've been a couple of times to a place, Pineapple Flat. There's that pineapple again. And
it's a different pineapple.
It's a different pineapple?
Yeah, this one's normal way up.
All right. And we went to Pineapple Flat. We went there just at Easter one time, and then we went there over Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, and we were there for New Year's Eve. It was really hot, like 35 degrees, I suppose, down in the lowlands. And when we got into the high country, we were freezing.
Yeah, I got out to change it. We had trouble with, we had an arc pack at the time. We had trouble with it, and I jumped out of the car, and I got in the car and I said, I don't know if it's just me, but it's bloody freezing out there.
It was like 5 degrees or something. It was bloody fresh. So obviously when you go up in the mountains, it gets quite hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Pineapples are funny. We could go see the big pineapple.
No, we're going that way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if it's upside down. That would be weird and awkward.
Yeah, the Burren Junction ones, yes. They're on our list of see how we go with getting to them. There's a couple of them, because I think if we go through Roma, there's the ones in Mitchell, and they're supposed to be all right. And the Mitchell ones at least, and then see how we go maybe around that little pocket, because there's quite a few around there. Yeah. It just depends on what we want to do.
Yeah, well, that's it.
We're on the way up. We stopped at.
Go on. It was one of my favourite places.
Mark would know this one. What's it called?
Marul.
Marul.
MIRROOL.
We stopped there, and overnight it was -4, I think.
Yeah. and we've got a diesel heater in our caravan,
Yeah.
and it's the bee's knees.
It made a massive difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could not believe how good it is.
Yeah. Massive difference.
I've been to the Big Pineapple. Gay hasn't been to the Big Pineapple, Mark, and I'm not sure what Landy means, that there'd be some upside down. No idea.
There were some interesting people there. We weren't there. We were like maybe.
We were there maybe half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. Just walked around. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good place, this country we live in, though.
Yes, it's different. A lot of it. Yes.
But yeah, we've been a bit not penned in because we knew we had the Legends for charity, and then we knew you had the pickleball came a bit late, so yeah, it was a bit. Now we sort of feel like we're going to hit some freedom.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, from next week, yeah, it'll be a lot better. We don't have any plans, and that's it. So we can travel around a bit and see how we go.
Yeah, as I said, we're looking forward to fires and stuff like that. I don't know flowers. Yeah, you make using flour to make damper. You can see where I'm heading. There's a joke about that.
No.
Got shot down pretty quick. She's obviously heard the joke before. You sure? You don't want to hear it?
No. Anyway, Borroloola, where was it? Not Borroloola. That's Marul, where we stopped, and it was -4. It's where they've got the silos that Billy Brownless kicked the football over. So yeah, I don't think he did it
back in the 90s.
Yeah, back in the 90s, but I don't think it was once. I think it might have been 2 or 3 times. Yeah, and they've got the board there, and they've done it. It's an annual event. They've got the big board there, and then it's got Billy Brownless, and then it's got silos. So the silos won, and then it's got there must be a family in town that are quite good at kicking a footy. There, a whole heap of them did it, and then it's got during the lockdown years they won it.
COVID one,
and then and then it's got silos won. So it's quite an interesting little place. And we were like, I wonder how many footballs would be on top of them. But I don't know. I think they would have got blown off. Marul. MOO.
MIRROOL. Marul.
Yeah.
What have been some of the highlight places in all your travels? Not just this trip. In Australia?
The one, so we've done a few things.
I think in Australia, one of my highlights is going to the Bash, and it's got nothing to do with the actual. I love the Bash itself. The last time we did it, I think was great, doing the Birdsville track. But the first year we did it, we were only talking about the other day too, the different landscapes you see, and
the journey there and the journey back.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the destination we've discovered. Even now, we do spend a lot of time talking about being gardeners. I think vegetation or looking at the trees, or like I've been quite a bit. Gay gets a bit, and I'm like, oh look, everything's in flower or whatever.
It'll be like the astronomer looking at all the stars.
Yeah, we gave that a miss.
Yeah.
So
we just look at all the plants and such. So the dish was interesting because there was they had the gardens out the front there, and we're like, oh, that's like they got the signs saying there's snakes everywhere, and it's like there would be because of their bloody gardens that they've got. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like habitat for snakes. But there's a few of them, because I think the other one that I liked was when we went to where was it, New Orleans, and we were in a camper van that just had just a bed and a kitchen, nothing else. And we got to New Orleans and we couldn't find anywhere to stay. We've been pretty good at finding places to stay for free, and we couldn't find anywhere to stay for free. So we paid $20 to stay at a 24-hour car park that was 1 block away from Bourbon Street. So we went up and down Bourbon Street, had quite a number of drinks, crawled back to the van, climbed in and fell asleep.
Got up in the morning and went to IHOP, which I worked out while we were sitting in there, and I'd seen a lot of these around. It was the International House of Pancakes. Oh, best day ever. It was the only time I drank. I think it was probably the last time. Maybe not, but the last time I got on the fizz, I think.
Yeah. So that was one of the real budget ones that we did. Yeah. But that was fantastic.
But it's the little random stuff.
Yeah,
We like the small towns and the little things you see.
yeah. Well, New Orleans is a smallish town.
Got a lot of people in it. Weird people too.
Yeah. Yeah, they had the shooting while we were there, and it was like over in 2 hours.
Yeah, someone was,
Shooting's been had, police scene tape went up, then police scene tape went down, and everything was like nothing to see here.
yeah, phenomenal. I don't think it's much else.
Anything else? Famous, yeah.
I'm trying to work out what Bruce was saying, but I think it's harder with a dog and a very merry wife going up some hill. When she's right, I find that sometimes just walking back to, camp on a flat ground.
Hey. Yeah, is there any other questions? I don't know. We've nearly done our time.
Oh, we've done well. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I had to get up early today. Gay had pickleball.
Oh yeah, I did. In the winds.
In the winds.
Pickleball. Yeah.
She loves it. Don't let her think any different.
It's pickleball's something that when you're traveling around, like I played a couple of times in Warwick as well, so it's something to do. You can't always sit around the campfire and have chips. You got to go off and do
She gave
something
it a fair
else.
nudge though.
Yeah, you got to do a few other things in between stuff. So
Yeah.
as you're getting older, and we haven't been anywhere yet that's had happy hour.
No, we haven't.
No.
No.
I think at the Moree, they didn't have any. They didn't have a happy hour because they have the spas or the
Yeah,
waters
that's
there.
it.
So they
Hey.
They don't want to encourage you. He got to have chocolate cake.
Paul did, yeah, I know, selfish prick.
Yeah, we don't want to speak to you.
To answer Landy's question, yes, this is our first caravan.
Yeah.
Because would you call the Jayco a caravan?
There's a Jayco Eagle.
We had a Jayco Eagle pop top.
Is that I don't think.
I think it's a camper.
I think that's a camper trailer more than a
We
caravan.
didn't like it. Let's call it a camper.
Yeah. Yeah. It was horrible. We hated it. We had it for a short time. Well, I hated it.
Excuse me, I'm getting yawn now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Landy's right.
Yeah.
And the man knows all about pineapples and caravans.
Yeah. Yeah, it is our first caravan. Yeah, caravan, yeah.
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 We're enjoying it.
We've still got the camper trailer.
Yeah.
I like the camper trailer. It just depends when we...
Gag bought a tent too.
And
it was on New Year's Day a few years ago and she was wonky the night before and she was dusty the next day and she I don't know, did something with her boobs and said, can I buy a tent? And I said, yes. So we now have a tent. We've used it once. It was horrendous. I'm getting too old to get up off the ground on our inflatable mattress that I don't think inflated.
And 2 dogs.
And 2 dogs at the time, yeah. And a pole in the middle, I think it had, or something stupid like that. Yeah, anyway. Anyone want to buy a tent? It's Matthew McConaughey, yeah. Yeah. So, you can do this one.
I don't know. Everything's been pretty good so far. Like we've been in 2 caravan parks just recently. We're going to another one tomorrow, and we've managed to reverse park in. We haven't muffed anything up there, but they've been really tight. The
first one wasn't too bad. This one was tighter.
Yeah.
And it's just that confidence thing. I said to Gay, because I do predominantly most of the driving, and I bank on her. I know when we first got the caravan, we went away for a weekend, and I said to Gay, even though the sign said no through road, I said, we'll be fine. And it was a no through road, and we had to turn around. But understanding, like I understand jackknifing and everything like that.
It wasn't a no through, it was closed.
Okay, well, closed, something it didn't go through. But yeah, so jackknifing, and I understand how everything works, and I can reverse a trailer, don't get me wrong, I'm confident in that. But as soon as it becomes a caravan and as soon as people are watching, it changes things. And it wasn't until I had to reverse in here the other day, I felt probably a bit more confident with it. So we'll see how we go. Tomorrow we're moving. We'll see how we go.
We're going further north up the coast tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I've got the pickleball tournament. Then that's it.
Yeah, we're out of here, and then
Yeah.
we won't have to worry about reverse parking or doing anything like that. So I was reading this and I'm trying to work out what it is. Louis Mini Deschamps, who was at camp, is very smart, so I asked him what 2 minus 2 is. He said nothing. He's a dad.
Dad joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So Shep's a new caravan owner too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I like the setup from my point of view. Although, no, still trying, Alex. From my point of view, I like the setup of the caravan. It's quicker that we can just pull up. Like we've had a couple of times where we've literally pulled in, dropped the legs, guy's gone around. So because you're going to talk about.
The roof. It's just a top roof a little bit, but because we're really short, we don't always have to do it. So it's been quite convenient when the weather's been cooler, especially. It's been great because you got less area that you have to warm up.
Yeah.
So it obviously when you pop it up and then you've got the canvas, you might get it a bit more cooler air or whatever. Yeah, we haven't had any of those problems because we don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to pop it up. So that's something that we've learned. The only problem is because they're where the bars are, they're either above the bed or above the kitchen. I tend to, even the next day, walk around sort of pulling my head down so I don't keep, because I hit my head a lot on it. You'd think I'd learn, but I don't. So, but yeah, no, I think for setup and everything like that, the ease of it, and just being able to, I don't know, have crap around more than what we could in the camper trailer.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
So
we go to our local tip a lot, and we haven't had a trailer. No, we haven't had a trailer there. We just got a ute, but all the other people that are reversing trailers, and we're not bad at reversing trailers, but all the other people that are trying to reverse trailers at the tip, and you're just waiting for them. Oh my God, it's a nightmare.
I'm a believer that there should be a law that you should have a license or some
endorsement
on your license to say that you can reverse a trailer. I don't care that you can drive it forward. Anyone can do that. But reversing, you can end up. It just fascinates me. I've worked in like a waste transfer station where people are coming and they go, "Can you do it for me?" So yeah. Oh no, we still fight, Shep. It's all good. I might have forgotten to put a leg down one day. Not mine either. She'd be happy with that. I'd fall over.
We do more checks too when we go around with the caravan. We probably go around at least twice just to make sure that we've got everything, bolted down or, unbolted or
plugged in,
unplugged, whatever.
Turn the gas off, those things. Just making sure, like even in the caravan, that we've pushed all the cupboard buttons closed and stuff like that. So I think, and I hope we don't become complacent with it. So yeah. So yeah, that's yes. What Mark just said. Yes, very true. Oops.
The one up.
How come I can't? Where is it?
Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's so true. People, I think I drive a trailer at work, so again, I that's probably why I feel a little bit confident with it. But I can't. We've got toolboxes that block our rear. I don't have a rear vision mirror in our car, and we don't have one in Snowflake, our ute, because we've got the canopy. So you get used to using your mirrors, and you can adjust. I find it a lot harder now looking over my shoulder, the old school way of reversing a trailer. So we haven't had to use the. We've got two ways, and we've got them so Gay can help me out. But we haven't had to use them yet, because the killer is we were somewhere recently, and you were getting me to reverse in, and I said to Gay, I can't see you because of the time of day. It was early in the morning, and the sun, and I couldn't see through the reverse camera and stuff like that. So yeah. Anthony's my sort of person. It's that old meme, isn't it? I'm sorry what I said when we were setting up the camper.
The what was it when we were at the bash? We sat there like the two old muppets.
Oh, didn't we? Yeah, the two old blokes who sit up the top. That was us.
There was some people in the Volkswagen area that, and they had only
That camper trailers, but they could drive straight. Like they literally
could have gone around
everything.
and just driven straight through
Yeah.
like a drive-through,
Yeah.
and they still couldn't get it. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And then as soon as that they were stopped and everything was sorted, the wives would take off with a glass of wine and leave the bloke to set up the camper trailer. I'm like, that's pretty tough. Yeah.
Just so you know, Gay's the bloke.
No.
But I'm not the wife. No, you'd be more the wife in that thing. You'd be more inclined to have a bit of a chat to someone around.
Yeah. It'll get set up eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We went to the same, a lot of you probably don't know, but we went to the same trade school, not at the same time. And at trade school, you had to learn how to reverse. This is for gardening, so quite technical. You had to learn how to drive the tractor, and then you had to learn how to reverse the trailer.
Yeah, but it was through a water course.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was like a stunt course. And,
yeah, because it was like this.
Yeah.
I was 15.
Yeah.
I'd never driven a car, let alone anything else.
Yeah, so you had an old rickety old tractor. I think it was like a Massey Ferguson of some sort.
Yeah.
And then you had an old beaten up trailer behind it, just holding on with a few rusty bolts. Yeah, and then you had to be able to reverse it around the course, and then you had to reverse park it into the...
Mine was between a big palm and a shed.
Yeah.
Was that the same for you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But the course was up and down. It was like a BMX course, really.
Yeah, except with water in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to go through the water feature and... Yeah, so, and you had to obviously get a tick to pass for your... We passed, so... Yeah. Yeah, I think there might have been a bit more competition about how quickly we could have done it and who would have been faster. That might have been our thing.
Yeah, if it was now.
If it was now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like those caravan races you see where they got to reverse it through.
Yeah. There'd
be no competitiveness. That's why I don't play pickleball.
Yeah. I think love those two old guys. I think every camp has virtually somewhere that's got a couple of people that are always watching. Yeah.
Well, we pulled into that one the other day, and we were there like 2 minutes. We were on site 40, and the bloke came out and he goes, "No, it's that one." Yeah, like that. And he goes, "I don't know what that's there for," and he was a permanent. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the walk through the canopy. Yeah, we're getting close to 100 likes on that, so I'll go through and do how I did the draws. So yeah.
Did you well? Yeah, the canopy's good.
Yeah, when we're driving around, because we've got it bungee roped at the back a bit, and we've got it's not heavy. The Osprey grill is a little bit heavy, and I think it just moves a bit. So we've got to. I don't know. I'll work out something when we get home to.
Because every time we take off or stop, you hear this.
Yeah, it's just a little tink, tink, tink.
But we've worked out keeping the windows up helps. You don't hear any rattles, anything like that. It's great. Yeah. So yeah.
Carol probably feels like that a lot.
I like Anthony a lot. He's one of my favourite people. Gold membership. You wouldn't change it for quids.
Okay. We haven't had any planes go over for a while. It's been a bit disappointing. So we woke up the other day and it was what? It was in the morning. It was like, I don't know.
It's like airport's open.
Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's cars and trucks and I don't know.
Alarms going off and kids squealing and doors slamming.
Yeah.
And this morning we had to get up and there was silence.
Silence.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Could have stayed in bed. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can answer. I'll put it up.
Tweed Heads.
Yes. Tweed Heads till tomorrow.
In a G'day Parks.
Which turns out it's a goodbye one tomorrow.
I love free camping.
Yeah.
I really do.
And that's
Yeah.
it. We do, yeah. I think
Yeah.
free camping's our
Yeah.
niche for
Yeah.
us. But we're used to it. I think I said it a few times at the what's the Legends for Charity. I said about the free camping in Victoria. We're just so lucky. We've got so much of it around.
We seem
Oh, you
to
can have
find
more
it.
of your Nespresso cup of tea.
Yeah.
Lipton tea.
Oh, Lipton.
Yeah, Lipton. This one, Dilmar. I got a mix in this thing. Just so you know. Yeah, so we're hoping to hit a free camp once we head out of here, just out of Toowoomba, aren't we?
Thank you. Good night. We won't be much longer.
Thanks.
I got pickleball training.
Yeah. Sleep well, Landy. Watch out for those pineapples. Gold. Yeah, so free camping for us.
As I talk about a plane, we like to. Well, I like to cook, which is how.
Okay, so when we're, is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a helicopter or a plane goes past. What's this? You can
You
talk
don't
if
tell
you
the
want.
story.
No. I was going to just say that when we're camping, when we've got a fire, and we've got time, more so now, Gay's going to start doing spits, more stuff in the camp oven, which she's never really done a lot of, but she wants to learn a bit more about. Whereas any of the other sort of, I suppose, day-to-day cooking, I do. But we cook. We get salads where we can on the road and just do a protein with it.
Mostly steaks and a salad.
Yeah, steak and salad or sausage and salad. Or we bought the air fryer. This is the first time. And Gay's playing pickleball on the weekend, so she sort of needs to make sure she's got food with her. Cause
just like you, Terry and Robin, we chuck the air fryer on. How good is free camping?
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we're going to do some crumb chicken fillets or something, and Gail just chuck them in a wrap. So we're going to give that a crack.
Crap.
That came out wrong, didn't it? That'll be nice. But yeah, so yeah, cooking's pretty. We don't do frozen stuff.
No.
The only frozen stuff we do is Gay has frozen blueberries for her breakfast because she has a smoothie. We've got sorbet in there, and we've got frozen passion fruit because Gay is going to have margaritas.
Yeah, margaritas. We won a competition. Not the damper one. Well, that one too.
She's queen of the margaritas too.
Yeah, we won some tequila and Cointreau. Yeah, for margaritas. So she's got to
reduce our alcohol store at home.
Got to have a fair nudge of margaritas on the trip home.
I'm still waiting for her to finish off her Bilsons.
They're the three demons for me.
That is so true.
Yes.
Oh, have I got it right? No. Yes.
Yeah.
That is one of the things we absolutely, and it's not because we're on the chunkier side. We just really do love cooking around the fire and stuff and working it out.
I don't understand. I know a lot of people do pre. They do all their foods pre-done and have them frozen or whatever and heat them up or whatever bits and pieces. We think it's just as easy to take, our meats, basic meat, sausages,
I think by the time I cooked a piece of steak,
yeah,
because we have a salad or something like that. So by the time I cooked a piece of steak, as opposed to by the time I defrosted or heated up something, it's going to take the same time. Let's say that with takeaway. By the time you make the same, it's just the ease of it.
Yeah, and it's changed a little bit now because I got to eat off the FODMAP. There's a thing, a bit like gluten-free or whatever.
When you get older, it's great.
The good thing is I can still drink beers, so it's all good. And cups of tea
from
my
Nespresso.
Nespresso.
That's right. I don't know, a Nescafe. That's a coffee.
Yeah, well, yeah. So eating meats and salads is nice and easy, and grilled, your bacon and eggs and stuff. But we tend to probably either for lunch or dinner we have something that's a bigger meal.
Yeah, I think we're trying to swing a bit to having a bigger meal at lunch and less at dinner. Yeah. So, but it depends too if you're
We've done a few roasts in the camp oven, so it'd be nice to do a spit, beef.
You did a spit at Christmas.
Yeah, beef
for the first time, so you're going to try that again, and then we'll go into a lamb.
Carlton Draft.
It's her favourite
Yeah,
beer.
we spoke about it earlier. That while we were in Queensland, I've had to, I don't know if you upgrade
Downgrade, upgrade.
to Great Northern Original.
You've been all
Yeah.
right on it though.
Yeah. And some beer, like I said this earlier, some beers aren't, all beers aren't the same. So Victoria Bitter tends to give me a headache. So, you know, I just stick to what I know, and that's Carlton Draft.
And it's good for you.
Yeah.
Well, when I say it's good for you, you're not. She can
Yeah.
drink it without. Like, I've seen her on VB and no one wants to be around going
Yeah.
on VB. It never ends well.
No.
Sends her nuts. She's
No.
not a good drinker on that, so. Yeah.
Yeah, Great Northern's been all right. Don't mind it too much at all.
Still tastes like beer.
Carol had a wee bit of a sip of it, and
Yeah, that was accident.
yeah, accident.
We were standing around one of the tables at the down near the fire pit at the Legends, and
No.
we swapped around from one side of the table to the other, and I just took a mouthful, and next minute it was beer.
The one thing I do like, talking about beers, I just like a stock standard beer. It doesn't have to be boutique beer and all those sort of things. They're just for random special occasions or whatever. Like we went yesterday, I trialed out 3 different beers at the Stone and Wood Brewery down in Byron Bay. But that's rare that I would do that sort of thing. We've got a few good breweries around where we live, and
Funny you could say it.
yeah, and I'll probably stick to just the easiest, smoothest, less complicated beers that you can get. So that's just how I like it. But if you're going to have more than one, I suppose that's what I would normally do. Yeah, but your beers, you know, it's like food. You know, the more that you stuff around with it, the worse it gets. So, you know, where do we eat at? We spoke about it earlier at the Byron Bay Beach Hotel, and you had a chicken schnitzel, and you're like, it's one of the worst ones that you'd ever
I
had.
reckon it is the worst schnitzel I've ever had, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, there's a really nice, you know, hotel, and then not so good food. So
That's not me panting, if you can hear it. It's Toby. He's down here. There you go, buddy. You put your head up a little bit. Bad your head.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, Rob, I don't drink wine either. I don't really drink much, but when I do, I have a Southern and Coke or a spirit. I'm more spirits, but I'm not much of a drinker, and I'm not a good drinker. So, yeah.
Bogues, yeah, Bogues. Been to the Bogues Brewery.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
Stone and Wood, you're right, Mark. Stone and Wood, it was nice. I don't know if it was nice on tap, but it was a nice brewery. I like the brewery itself.
Yeah.
The look of it and everything like that. But yeah, you weren't sold on it.
No.
So, hey, Mel.
He's down here, Mel.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Can't quite see his little beak. Okay, little Greek. Grazed beak. He's hot because he's stuck between us.
Doing the so you followed the Hawks as well, Mark? Is that right?
And we wait for an answer. Boop, doop, doop.
Is that how it goes?
I don't mind Stone It. We went to the brewery, didn't enjoy it as much. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
There's 2 breweries, isn't there? There's the one here.
I think there's more than one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Mark Swans. Well, we're off then. See you, friend. Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah. We'll be around somewhere in the next, I don't know, depending on where we end up. We'll see how we end up in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yep.
And see if we can jump on again. It all depends on internet. You know, even though all those ads on Telstra say that they've got internet at, you know, all these far-fetched places, and we don't have Starlink, so we thought that for this trip we wouldn't bother about it. But we're thinking that we might have to invest in Starlink, and it would probably be the Mini that we would.
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to wait and see a bit more about it.
Yeah, I'd have to make another set of drawers in the canopy to fit a Mini, I think.
No words. She'll wait until we're just about ready to go, though. She'd be like, "Oh, we're heading off next week. I might just make some more drawers."
Yeah, well, it's coming up to the finals, I suppose, for the NRL and the AFL. So we never hear much about the NRL down in Melbourne.
No, we don't. I came away. We were cold, and so I don't wear. It's a thing we always talk about. Neither of us normally wear clothes when we're sleeping at home. But when
Where's
we're
Ed?
camping, we generally. Yeah, I know Ed understands this conversation. Sorry. Thanks. That's just Terry. Uru. Safe
Thank
travels
you.
to both you and Robin too.
Yep.
So,
Thank you.
Pickle. Yeah. So I Gay bought me a pair of men's pajamas from an op shop, and they're bulldogs, but they're not bulldogs for the Western Bulldogs down in Melbourne. They're
NRL
NRL Bulldogs. So
Mm.
yes. So hey.
Alrighty, X-rated.
Oh no, that's not where I was going. This is where I was trying to go. Here we go. We don't drive with UHF on. We've spoken about it. We've got it in the car, and we don't put it on.
We have in the past.
Yeah, and it's good. We love it. So yeah. So
I'm trying to think. We've had it a couple of times. We had an older car,
Dorothy,
a Forerunner. There was not a straight panel on it. It
was a great
up
car.
so much.
Bought it off eBay.
Yeah, and it had the radio on in it, and occasionally we would just drive around and listen to it. We more so when we used to do 4-wheel driving before we. Toby has his 4-wheel drive paws over the back seat, and I don't know if he enjoys it, so we sort of tend not to. We don't do it just because of him. So, but yeah, we haven't really. We did going up the Birdsville track. I think we had the radio on, but
yeah, we did when we were travelling up there, but we haven't on this one. But I think once we get probably more inland and stuff, we might be more inclined to throw it on. So
yeah.
Anywho,
alrighty.
I think that's us.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for hopping on. Appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I think all the truckies and that get on, and they bang on about, and I get it. Like it's, yeah, I don't want to hear that they're pissed at Carol in the caravan in front of them. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where everyone else gets their Starlink from, and I know that Starlink, obviously you could only buy it from online to start with, and then it obviously went into Officeworks and Harvey Norman and JB Hi-Fi and stuff. I wasn't sure whether the Mini would be available everywhere or not.
They're flogging it in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't know if you've also heard that now Amazon they're trying to do something similar. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that. I'm thinking that it will still be, let's say it gets launched this year or later this year, it still might be until late next year or the following year before it would be in Australia. So, and by the time that they iron out all their bugs. So I can only imagine that Starlink and Amazon will become competitors, and there might be somebody else that might jump on board eventually, and hopefully it may bring the price down. That's what I'm thinking. I'd like to, well, I hope it does.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what we've got one at home. So purely we've got one at home because when we live in a tourist area, and when all those bloody tourists come down,
we have no.
We're talking about that we've come up to a tourist area, but when all the tourists come down and it gets flooded, the Telstra network just can't survive. So it crashes all the time. So I don't know, from like 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. or something like that, nearly every day. It's just you virtually have nothing. So I think we've had our Starlink at home now for well over 18 months, I think. So it's been great. Yeah. It's one that I've got set up permanently on the roof. I can still take it down if I really wanted to, but I'll probably just have one just for travel. That's why we're thinking the Mini as a plane flies over again. We did well. We had to download. What did you download the flight app to see what planes were flying over?
Yeah, so
there's one from New Zealand. There's one from Melbourne.
A little one. Where's that from? Mackay.
yeah, the competition for the Starlink, yeah, hopefully that if Amazon gets its act into gear. I'm surprised that Google hasn't done something as well. So I would imagine that some of these companies might get involved in it. I'm not sure. So, I mean, yeah, Elon can't own everything. So it'll be like the cars, a whole heap of different brands came out after, they'd been running for a while, a couple of years or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I think that it's just a necessity these days with your Starlink. If you're traveling around to remote areas, you're just going to have to get Starlink. I just think it is what it is for now. So,
it's better than where they were years ago when you couldn't have it or you couldn't make phone calls and you had to have a satellite phone and a lot of those sort of things. It's improved that aspect of travel, I think, for people, and it is more affordable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I suppose.
Did you say goodbye to Paul?
Goodbye, Paul. He had cake.
Oh, yeah, no, don't say goodbye to Paul. He had cake.
That bloody cake. Oh.
All right.
All righty. That's it.
We're done.
That's it. We're done. We thank you all for listening to us blab on for
far too long.
90 minutes. And
it was very nice. Again, I'll reiterate how much it was really enjoyable at the Legends for the charity. We hope everyone comes down to Vic. And it was really nice to meet people. I think they're a great bunch of people, everyone we met. There was no one there at all that you'd sort of go a bit. I just think we're so blessed in life to have such a good bunch of people around. So, yeah.
Apart from the neighbours that were going to steal my damper recipe.
They weren't. They just wanted to drink.
And drink it with,
They were nice, yeah.
With gin in it.
So.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Thank you all.
Thanks again. See you later. Safe travels. Anyone out on the road. Bye.
There we go.